My beloved child, listen closely because this moment is not random and this message is not arriving in front of you by accident. God is speaking. The angels are watching and there is a reason your spirit suddenly felt a pull to open this. Right now, heaven knows what has been happening around you. Even in the places where you had no idea eyes were watching, angels says this is very serious. Don't ignore this. There are movements happening behind your back and someone has been observing you in ways you never expected, but before fear tries to touch your heart, God wants you to know this first. You are safe. You are surrounded and nothing, absolutely nothing will go wrong with you because the hand of God is standing before you like a shield. God says this message comes at the perfect time because someone has been recording your steps, recording your words, recording your presence without you knowing. Not everything they captured was meant for your destruction. Some of it will turn into proof of your innocence later, and some will expose the hearts of people who pretended to care about you. But what will shock you is who this person actually is. And God says you need to hear this with a calm heart, not with fear, because He will never reveal something without preparing protection before the attack. God says you have been walking with pure intentions, but not everyone around you has had the same heart as yours. Someone close. Someone who once acted like they respected you, someone who had access to your daily life has been collecting things behind your back. They watched you silently thinking you would never notice. They assumed you were too trusting, too gentle, too emotionally involved to ever imagine something like this happening. But heaven saw everything. Archangel Michael stood at your doorway spiritually, guarding you even when you slept, and he recorded something much more powerful. Every false intention, every hidden move, every attempt that was meant to rise against you. Angel says this is serious because what they recorded wasn't just a moment. It was an attempt to understand your weaknesses. They wanted to know how you think, how you react, how you move, what you love, what you fear, what you dream about. Not because they admire you, but because they wanted to manipulate the information when the right moment came. But God stepped in. God blocked their plans. God made their own intentions turn blurry. God confused their mind so they would not succeed. You were protected before you even realized there was danger near you. God says you must not fear this message. You must not panic. You must not let your heart break. Instead, let this become the moment you rise higher. Because what people do in the shadows, God exposes in the light. What they think they can hide from you, heaven reveals to you. And what they wanted to use against you, God will turn into something that exposes their true nature. You are not alone in this. The angels are around you now. You have been going through situations lately where your intuition felt strange, your spirit felt watched as if something was not normal. You felt like someone knew too much about you, things you never said out loud. You wondered how some people reacted so strongly to things you never shared. God says that was not your imagination. That was spiritual sensitivity. That was your soul picking up on movements around you. That was the Holy Spirit trying to warn you gently before sending this urgent message to you. Now, Angel says this is serious because the one recording you is someone who pretended to admire you, someone who acted like they were impressed by your strength, but their admiration was mixed with jealousy. They couldn't understand how you kept standing. They couldn't understand how you kept rising again. They couldn't understand how you remained kind despite everything thrown at you. So they watched you thinking they could find something to use, something to twist, something to hold over you. But God says they will fail. Every plan they had will collapse, every attempt to use your life against you will reverse. You are not trapped. You are not surrounded by danger. You are surrounded by glory. God says, "My child, you must know this. I have been using their own recordings as a mirror that reflects their true intentions. They thought they were observing you, but I was observing them through the same act. Their actions have been logged in heaven's book. Nothing they did is hidden anymore. Every whisper, every manipulation, every fake smile, every seed of doubt they tried to plant, God saw it. Even now the angels are moving. Even now, Archangel Michael is guarding your steps. Even now, heaven is holding back every storm meant to touch your peace. You are not in danger. You are in divine protection. God says the real truth is this. The recording was not meant to destroy you. It was meant to expose someone. Someone who has been pretending to be on your side. Someone who thought you would never know. Someone who underestimated your calling. They thought your silence was weakness, but heaven knew your silence was a sign of your purity. They thought you would never wake up spiritually. But this message is your awakening. The truth is arriving. And nothing, absolutely nothing, will break you in the process. God says, "My child, breathe. You are safe. He is walking with you through this. He is lifting the curtain on secrets you never saw. He is exposing conversations said behind your back. He is revealing every hidden lie, not to scare you but to free you. Freedom comes from truth, and truth always comes from God. The shocking part is not that this person recorded you. The shocking part is why they did it. God says they feared your growth. They feared your blessings. They feared your spiritual power. They feared your rising. They feared your clarity. They feared your future. They feared the moment you would realize your worth. And so they watched, hoping to find a way to stop your elevation. But heaven blocked them every step of the way. God says you have been too humble about your strength. You didn't see how powerful your spirit is. You didn't see how bright your light is. But other people saw it. Even the wrong people, and your light made them uncomfortable. So they recorded, hoping to catch a moment of weakness. But all they caught was your authenticity. All they captured was your heart. All they documented was your sincerity. And now God will use that against them. Angel says this is urgent, not because you are in danger but because a cycle is breaking. A cycle of being watched by the wrong people. A cycle of being underestimated. A cycle of being silently attacked. A cycle of being studied like a puzzle. A cycle of people wanting access to your life but not wanting to correct their intentions. God says you will rise above all this. You will not fall. You will not lose. You will not break. Instead, you will step into a new chapter. One where the wrong people are removed. The right people are guided toward you. And the divine shield around you becomes stronger. God wants you to pray not out of fear but out of surrender. He wants you to trust Him because everything happening around you is part of a greater spiritual rearrangement. Nothing is accidental. Nothing is out of God's control. God says, "My child, I am with you. Rest assured, nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. Stay close to me. Pray. Trust. Allow me to expose what needs to be exposed. Allow me to protect what needs to be protected. And when the truth comes out, and it will, you will stand unharmed. You will stand wiser, you will stand stronger. You will stand blessed. You are covered. You are chosen. You are protected by heaven itself. God says, "Trust me. I am handling everything." My beloved child, God says, this is an urgent message meant only for your soul and your spirit. Right now, the angels are moving around you as I speak, and Archangel Michael is standing guard because something has been happening around you that you have sensed in small ways but have not fully understood. Do not be afraid, do not panic. Do not let your mind run into darkness. God says this is not to scare you but to protect you. This is not to make you fearful but to make you aware, awake and strengthened. You are safe. You are covered. Nothing will go wrong with you. God says He is revealing this so that you may understand what He is preparing to bring you into. For so long you have felt watched, observed, judged, misunderstood, or quietly monitored by certain energies, certain people, and certain forces. You felt things, but you could not explain them. You sensed eyes that were not visible. You sensed intentions that were never spoken. You sensed conversations happening behind your back that never reached your ears. And every time your intuition whispered, you waved it away, thinking maybe you were imagining it, maybe it was just stress, maybe it was just your mind playing tricks. But God says, "No, my child. What your spirit has been sensing is real, but not in the way the world interprets it. The angels say this is serious. So do not ignore it because it is not about a device, a camera or a phone. It is about spiritual observation. They are not recording you with machines. They are recording your behavior, your heart, your strength, your reactions, your decisions. They are recording your elevation. They are recording your transformation. They are recording your endurance. And the shocking truth is this: the ones recording your journey spiritually are the very ones God is preparing to expose, elevate, and reposition in your life. God says you have been a testimony in silence. You have been watched because you carry something rare. Your resilience, your patience, your purity, your loyalty, your quiet pain, your silent strength. These things have been observed by people who never deserved access to you, but also by angelic forces guiding your destiny. You think no one sees your suffering, but heaven sees. You think no one sees the tears you wiped away alone, but heaven counted them. You think no one notices the way you keep choosing kindness even when surrounded by cruelty. The way you keep choosing faith even when faced with delay. The way you keep choosing love even when you receive betrayal. But God says heaven noticed everything. Every moment of your life has been spiritually recorded, not secretly to harm you, but purposely to reward you. And here is the deeper truth. God allowed the wrong people to observe you so that He could expose what is inside them. Their jealousy, their insecurity, their curiosity, their hidden intentions. Everything they tried to hide from you has now been captured in the spiritual realm. They will soon face the consequences of their heart because nothing hidden stays hidden forever. God says, I am stepping into this situation right now. I am overturning the hidden schemes. I am exposing the silent watchers. I am destroying the intentions that were against you. I am cutting off the energies that pretended to be neutral but were not. I am exposing the motives of those who acted close but carried distance in their spirit. And I am doing it not because you asked, but because you deserve clarity, protection, and divine justice. My child, you are not being recorded to be harmed. You are being recorded to be elevated. You are being recorded by heaven as a testimony that will silence every lie. You are being recorded as proof of your purity, your heart, your integrity. You don't have to defend yourself. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to fight anyone, physically or emotionally. God says, I am your defender. I am your shield. I am your voice in the rooms you are not present in. I am the one who corrects the false narratives. I am the one who reveals the truth to the right people at the right time. I am the one who ensures that everything done against you turns in your favor before the end. There is someone in your environment close enough to observe you but far enough spiritually to misunderstand you. This person has been silently watching, not to support you but because they are threatened by you. They are shocked by your strength, by your spiritual resilience, by your divine protection. They tried to understand how you survived storms that should have broken you. They tried to understand why despite everything, you are still protected, still blessed, still chosen. They tried to understand why every trap set for you collapses before it touches you. And the surprising truth is this. The one you least expect has been spiritually recording your journey, because they cannot comprehend how God keeps lifting you. But God says, this person will soon be revealed, not to scare you, but to free you. You will no longer be confused about their intentions. You will no longer be drained by their energy. You will no longer be tied to their presence or their secret opinions. You will no longer be shadowed by their hidden jealousy. God says, I am cutting their influence. I am ending their access. I am closing the door they used to observe you. They will lose the ability to affect your spirit in any way. And here is the miracle. The reason the angels are alert. The reason God says this is serious is because your blessing, your breakthrough, your elevation is extremely close. The watchers were meant to witness your downfall. But instead, they will witness your rise. They will witness the doors opening. They will witness the tables turning. They will witness your growth, your abundance, your restoration. They will see how God lifts you higher than they ever expected. God says, every moment of your pain, every moment of your faith, every moment of your patience has been spiritually recorded as evidence for your blessing. You are stepping into a season where you will be rewarded for everything you endured silently. The ones who tried to monitor your steps will have no access to your next chapter. Heaven is closing their ability to influence you. Heaven is blocking their intentions. Heaven is cutting the cords they used to remain close enough to watch you. You are divinely protected. Nothing will go wrong with you. No attack will prosper. No evil eye will harm you. No jealousy will block you. No hidden enemy will stop what God has written for you. You are safe. You are wrapped in divine protection. You are surrounded by angels. You are shielded from danger. You are carried by grace. You are covered even when you don't see it. God says, "Trust me. Pray to me. Stand strong. Walk forward. Do not fear any hidden watcher because heaven has always been watching you with love, not threat. What they meant for monitoring will become your testimony. What they did in shadows will be exposed in light. And what you suffered silently will return to you multiplied as blessings, favor, and divine justice. My child, this is not the end. This is the beginning of revelation. This is the beginning of clarity. This is the beginning of your elevation. God says you are safe, protected, and divinely guided. Keep trusting. Keep praying. Keep moving. Heaven is with you always. My beloved child, listen carefully because this moment is not random and you did not come across these words by accident. God says this is an urgent message, a spiritual intervention meant only for you because heaven has seen something happening around you that you still don't fully understand. The angels have been whispering for days, trying to reach you, trying to warn you. And now, Archangel Michael himself steps forward and says, "This is very serious. Do not ignore this. Open your heart and pay attention. There is an energy moving around you, a hidden presence watching you, not with eyes of love, but with eyes of curiosity, envy, and fear. You don't even know that someone has been paying attention to you more than they should. You don't know that someone has been observing your moves, your silence, your reactions, even your struggles. And the shocking truth is that they have been doing this quietly, hoping you would never notice, hoping you would never find out the real reason behind their sudden interest in your life. But, heaven has seen everything. Nothing is ever hidden from God. Not a whisper. Not a thought. Not a plan made behind your back. The angels saw this long before you did. And they have been waiting for the perfect moment to alert you. Not to frighten you, but to protect you and prepare you. God says, "You are my child. I will never allow darkness to succeed against you without giving you a warning first." Someone has been watching you silently, not through loud actions, but through quiet observation. They have been recording you mentally, spiritually, energetically, some through words, some through screens, and some through small behaviors you overlooked. And the shocking part is that the person doing this is not far from you. They are closer than you imagine. Someone who pretended to care. Someone who smiles but studies you. Someone who wants something from you because they see a blessing in you that they cannot explain. There is something about your light that intimidates them. There is something about your strength that bothers them. They don't understand why God keeps lifting you. Why you survive storms that would have destroyed anybody else. why you glow even when life feels heavy. They can't understand the grace on your life. So instead of respecting it, they watch you trying to figure out your power as if you are some mystery to decode. Heaven saw the intention long before they acted. Heaven heard the conversations they had about you, the questions they asked others, the private thoughts they kept hidden, and Archangel Michael says, "My child, this is serious, but do not panic. You are protected. You are safe. And now you will know the truth. The one who has been observing you isn't doing it because they want to destroy you. It's not that they want to harm your life directly. The truth is more complicated. They are threatened by you but at the same time obsessed with understanding you. They want to know how you always come back stronger. They want to know how you survive things that would break others. They want to know why every time they think you are done, God lifts you again. They are confused by your spiritual protection and because they cannot access the source of your power. They are trying to monitor the results. They are watching your lifestyle, your communication, your silence, your reactions, your emotions, even your moments of vulnerability. They want to decode your heart. They want to understand what you're thinking, how you feel, what you're planning, who you trust, and who you don't. They want to read you like a book. But God says they will fail. God says they can observe your steps but they cannot touch your destiny. They can watch your path but they cannot alter your calling. You are divinely protected and this revelation is not meant to scare you. It is meant to awaken you. Heaven is exposing this. So you remain spiritually alert, emotionally guarded and aware of the people around you. Not everyone near you should have access to your truth. Not everyone who listens to you deserves to know what you feel. Not everyone who asks questions has pure intentions. Sometimes silence protects you more than words ever will. God is telling you this because He wants you to slow down and notice things you have ignored. You will start to see little signs now. A strange change in someone's behavior. Someone asking questions they never asked before. Clear's throat, someone becoming suddenly too curious about your life. Someone watching you quietly. Someone who pretends to check on you but is actually checking for something. Someone trying to read your emotions by observing your face. Your voice, your energy. This person is shocked by how much you endure without breaking. They are shocked by how much you stay silent even when your heart feels heavy. They are shocked by how much you walk with dignity even when life tries to push you down. They cannot understand why God favors you. They cannot understand why no weapon formed against you works. They cannot understand why every storm that hits you ends with you rising higher. And because they cannot understand it, they watch. But here is the heavenly truth that will protect your spirit. God says this is the moment you must trust Him more than ever before. You are not in danger. You are not at risk. You are not unprotected. Nothing will go wrong with you. Nothing will harm you. God Himself is standing guard over your life. Angels are surrounding you. Your path is divinely shielded. Your spirit is wrapped in heavenly armor. Archangel Michael has drawn his sword spiritually around you, not to frighten you, but to ensure nothing crosses into your life without heaven's permission. You are protected in every direction, in your home, in your thoughts, in your emotions, in your plans, and in your future. The person watching you will soon be exposed not through drama but through sudden clarity. Something they say, something they do, something they reveal unintentionally will make everything clear. You will see their intention without them realizing they expose themselves. God will let the truth slip through them naturally, and you will understand what heaven has been trying to show you. But even after you discover who it is, God says, do not fear, do not confront with anger, and do not let your peace break. You win by staying calm. You win by staying silent. You win by staying connected to God. They cannot touch the divine plan written for you. They cannot block what heaven has already opened. They cannot interfere with your blessings. They can only watch, because that is all they are allowed to do. You are moving into a season where blessings will increase, opportunities will appear, breakthroughs will rise, and miracles will come. Unexpectedly. And sometimes when God lifts you, He also exposes the hearts of those around you. Not to hurt you, but to guide you. Not to break relationships, but to protect your soul. Not to make you suspicious, but to make you wise. The angels say you must not ignore this message. This is not to scare you. This is to make you spiritually prepared, so no one can drain you, confuse you, or distract you. You are entering a season where you must protect your spirit more than ever. You must pray not out of fear, but out of clarity. You must trust God deeply, because He sees what you don't see and hears what you don't hear. Your intuition will become stronger now. Your spiritual senses will become sharper. You will feel when something is off. You will know when someone is pretending. You will sense when someone is observing you too closely, and God will guide your steps in every moment. Heaven is walking with you. Angels are surrounding you. God is covering you. Nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. You are protected. You are chosen. You just need to trust God. Breathe and keep praying. Everything hidden is coming to light. And what you discover will not break you. It will awaken you. This is your urgent message. This is your divine warning. This is your spiritual protection. And this is your reassurance from God, my child. Even when they watch you, I am watching over you. And my eyes are greater than theirs. My beloved child, listen closely, because this message comes to you with a weight that heaven itself feels. God says this moment is not random, not accidental, not something you stumbled upon by chance. You were led here because there is something deeply important you must hear. Something meant only for you. Something that carries an urgency your spirit has already sensed even before your mind understood it. God says He has watched you feeling confused, feeling like something around you has been off lately, like eyes were on you even when no one was in the room. Like whispers followed you even when the world was silent. And God says, yes, there is a truth behind that feeling, only not in the way your fear imagines, but in the way heaven reveals. God says what you feel as someone recording you without you knowing is not a physical danger, not a human trap, not a person stalking your steps. It is the spiritual world observing you closely, watching every prayer you whispered with trembling hope, every tear that fell in silence, every moment you gave love, even when you received none in return. Angels have been recording your strength, your patience, your kindness, your loyalty, your pain, your endurance, your quiet victories, and even your quiet suffering. They are recording your journey not to harm you, but to protect you, to lift you higher, to prove to heaven why your breakthrough must be released now. And the one who is watching you the closest, the one whose eyes never leave you, is God Himself. Angel says this is very serious. Not because you are in danger, but because your life is changing. The spiritual world has officially shifted around you. Every moment of your life has been documented in heaven as evidence for your blessing. Evidence that you deserve what is coming. Evidence that no one can block your destiny anymore. And God says the shocking part is this. The reason you felt watched is because heaven has gathered witnesses, angels, ancestors, divine forces to ensure no one can interfere with the blessing that is on its way to you. God says you are safe. You are held. You are protected. No human recording, no hidden trap, no secret enemy can harm you. The only recording happening right now is the recording of your spirit, your faith, your strength. God says your story is being written with a golden pen. And every moment you thought was forgotten has been stored carefully in the divine archive. Nothing you did in love was wasted. Nothing you prayed was ignored, nothing you suffered went unseen. Heaven saw everything. And that is why heaven is now responding with urgency. For so long you have carried the weight of being misunderstood. You gave your heart to people who didn't value you. You trusted people who later proved undeserving. You opened your soul to people who only saw what they could take, not what they could cherish. And through all of this, heaven was recording because your story will be used as proof that you deserve a destiny glow up so powerful. Even you will not believe how suddenly everything shifts. God says the shocking truth is not that someone earthly is recording you. It is that heaven is preparing to showcase your transformation to the very people who doubted you. Angel says, don't ignore this moment because it marks the beginning of a chapter where your life becomes undeniably blessed. You have been praying for a sign, and this message is that sign. You have asked God, "Are you hearing me?" And heaven replies, "We have heard everything." You have asked, "Is something about to happen?" And the angels say, "It has already begun." What feels urgent is not danger. It is destiny. Heaven is moving quickly because the time for your restoration has arrived. God says someone around you will be shocked, not because they caught you off guard, but because God is about to expose how divinely protected you are. Anyone who tried to misunderstand you, misjudge you, manipulate your name, or speak wrongly behind your back will soon realize that nothing about your life is hidden from heaven. God says, the spiritual world has captured every intention, good or bad, and justice is unfolding in ways you cannot yet see, but you will see. And when it arrives, it will leave you speechless. God says, rest assured, nothing will go wrong with you. Even the situations you fear, even the people you worry about, even the uncertainty that tries to cloud your mind, none of it has authority over you. Your spirit is under divine surveillance, protected at every hour, covered from every angle. You may feel alone in rooms. You may feel unguarded in moments of weakness. But heaven has been standing with you in silence, in shadows, in dreams, in sleepless nights. You were never unwatched by God. You were never uncovered. You were never abandoned. There is something important God wants you to know. The reason you were led to read this message today is because a spiritual alarm has been triggered in your life. A shift is happening, a transformation is forming. Something you have waited years for is finally approaching. God says that the urgency you feel is divine timing pressing forward. This is not fear. This is acceleration. This is not danger. This is delivery. This is not an attack. This is announcement. Angel says you have been under observation because heaven needed to confirm something. You are ready. You are ready for what you prayed for. You are ready for the blessing you feared you might never receive. You are ready for the abundance that once felt impossible. And the shocking part, the part that will leave you in awe, is that the very moment you thought heaven was silent was the moment heaven was recording the most. The moment you felt ignored was the moment angels were closest. The moment you felt watched was the moment your destiny was being aligned. God says trust Him and pray to Him. Your protection does not come from the world. It comes from divine authority. No earthly force can monitor your spirit. No human can intercept your destiny. Heaven has your entire journey documented, not as surveillance, but as sacred proof of your endurance. Every moment you survived is being used as evidence for your elevation. You are safe. You are guided. You are guarded. And God says the coming days will reveal why you felt this urgency. A blessing is being finalized. A breakthrough is being approved. A miracle is being released. What is arriving is so big, so life-changing, so deeply personal that heaven had to prepare your spirit in advance. That is why this message came to you. That is why the angels urged you not to ignore it. That is why the tone feels serious, because your destiny is serious. Your purpose is serious. Your calling is serious. God says nothing will go wrong with you because He Himself has stepped into your situation. He has closed doors that would harm you and opened doors that lead to restoration. He has canceled the plans that were not meant for you and secured the blessings that belong only to you. He has cleared your path, shielded your heart, and surrounded your spirit with divine light. Heaven is recording you only because you are about to be rewarded, my child. Breathe. Relax. You are safe. And the miracle coming your way will prove just how closely God has been watching over you. My beloved child, listen closely, because this message is not ordinary, not casual, not something meant to be glanced at and forgotten. This is urgent. This is serious. This is something that heaven has been trying to bring to your attention for far too long. God says, my child, slow down and open your heart, because what I am about to reveal is meant to protect you, uplift you, and awaken you before something around you goes too far. And the angels, especially the one assigned to your spirit, are whispering with deep urgency, do not ignore this. Do not delay. Do not scroll away. This is for you. There is something happening around you. Something you did not see. Something you did not sense. Something you were not told.